Texaco service stations and dealers from coast to coast present the Fire Chief Quartet. Don Voorhees and the Fire Chief Band. Graham McNamee. And Ed Wynn, the perfect fool.
Hey, I'm the chief again. The program will be different. You watch it tonight.
Say, Chief, I've got an interesting subject for you tonight.
Yeah?
Reincarnation.
Oh.
Where do you suppose you were 1,000,000 years ago?
Oh, well, that's a silly question, Graham.
No.
I don't even remember where I was last night.
No, Chief, I don't mean that. I mean, where did you come from?
Oh, I came from a very small town, Graham. It was practically a cemetery with lights. It was so small, you know.
Chief, did you go to school there?
Oh, I went to college, Graham.
College, eh? What were your college colors?
Oh, the way you doubt me, I guess, don't you, Graham?
No, but what were your college colors?
Orange and gin.
Oh,
What
Chief, what became of your uncle?
Oh, he's in the real estate business now, Graham.
Is he renting anything, Chief?
Oh, yes. Every time he looks at his books, you know,
Yeah.
his screams rent the air.
Chief,
Yes.
how's his health?
Oh, he's not so well today, Graham.
No?
He went to a nightclub last night, you know.
No, drank too much, eh?
No, he didn't, Graham. You know my uncle. You've seen him. He's got piano legs.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Helen Morgan was in the club, and she sat down on him.
Well, Chief, what'd you do over the weekend?
Oh, I took a vacation. I went down to the Atlantic Ocean, Graham.
Good.
I had a room facing the ocean, the Pacific. I went on a 2-day fishing trip, you know.
Catch any fish, Chief?
Oh, well, the first day I was training the fish to eat off the hooks, you know, yeah.
Any luck the second day?
Well, I caught a flounder, but I threw it right back, Graham.
Why'd you throw a flounder back?
Well, I didn't want a fish that had been stepped on, don't you see that?
The oyster season started down there last month, didn't it, Chief?
No, Graham, it started 2 months ago.
You're wrong, Chief. The oyster season begins in the first month that has an R in it.
That's right.
That's September.
No, what about August?
Oh, my goodness, it's August.
Well, you talk.
You can waste time catching your fish, Chief.
Yeah.
I'll buy mine on the market.
Well, I'm glad you
Oh.
set a market, Graham.
Yeah.
Really, I've got a brand new song I want Don to play about the butcher.
What is
The market made me think of the butcher song. The name of it is Put Your Arms Around Me. Play that.
Chief,
Yes.
have you been on your farm lately?
No, Graham, this is Indian summer, you know. I'm afraid of Indians.
Oh, then how's the fire business?
Oh, well, I went to a fire yesterday, Graham.
A big fire, Chief?
No, Graham, the man hardly made expenses.
Chief, where was the fire?
Oh, it was in a speakeasy, Graham.
Did you get there fast, Chief?
I told you it was in a speakeasy, didn't I?
Yeah.
I got there before the hook and ladder.
Was there much excitement, Chief?
Well, I saved the man's daughter, Graham.
Yeah?
And I was talking to her when the man, that's the father of the girl, you know, he called me Nero.
Why'd he call you Nero?
I don't know. He claimed he was burning up and I was fiddling around. I don't know. Besides that, he was awful mad at me, Graham, for interfering with his fire.
Yeah.
He kicked me right in the stomach.
Well, why didn't you kick him back?
Oh, I wouldn't kick him back, Graham.
Why not?
Well, then it would have been his turn again.
Where were you when the alarm came in, Chief?
What's that,
Where
Graham?
were you when the alarm came in?
Oh, I was at the fireman's ball, Graham.
Oh.
I was dancing when the alarm came in, you know. And I was dancing with a very tall, thin girl.
Yeah?
When I heard the alarm, I slid right down the girl to the floor.
Well, you're too much for me, Chief. What's the music going to be?
Well, we broke so much glass at the fire, Graham.
Yeah?
I think we'll have the new... It's sort of a love song
Yeah.
about glass. The title is You're a Pain in My Window of Dreams.
To win a laurel bright.
Chief, you there?
Yeah.
Chief, I want to talk to you about one of America's greatest resources.
Oh, I don't want to hear it. They nearly ruined me, race horses.
Oh, no, Chief, I said resources.
Oh, I thought you said race horses.
No, I'm referring to oil.
Isn't that terrible?
Chief, there's the radio symbol of Texaco Fire Chief gasoline.
I know.
But tonight it means something else, too. It means say yes when your serviceman asks to drain off summer-worn oil. For now is the time to get rid of the thinned-out summer oil in your crankcase and refill with the correct grade of crack-proof Texaco.
I see.
The golden motor oil that flows at zero.
Yeah.
Don't forget to say yes.
Yes, Graham. You'll breed a nation of yes men, Graham.
You know what I mean by a yes man?
Oh, of course I know what you mean by a yes man. There was a famous book written about it.
What?
The name of it is A Man Without a Contrary.
I remember very well, Chief, that's all. What I'm getting at is that now is the time to change to the correct grade of motor oil for fall and winter driving.
Yes.
Whether you use Texaco or any other good oil, drain and refill tomorrow.
Yes.
Remember to say yes.
Yes.
It's the thrifty answer to, may I drain summer-worn oil?
Yes.
That's all I have to say, Chief.
Well, I'll stick to my horse just the same.
Oh, Chief, didn't I put enough fire in that speech?
Oh, yes, you put enough fire in the speech, Graham, but I love horses.
Well,
as far as I should say, you didn't put enough of the speech in the fire. That's the way I feel. How about the opera, Chief? Well, tonight's opera, Graham, is Tolstoy's Redemption.
Good.
As I have seen it in Russian myself, you know.
Yeah.
The hero of this opera is the Russian Baron. He's Baron of ideas. See? His nose is like an interesting book. It's read to the very end. Now, wait, Graham, wait. I'm only starting. You realize that.
Go on.
As the curtain rises, Graham,
Yeah?
the Baron is taking a bath, and the phone rings. And the voice says, "Send me a bottle of gin." The Baron says, "I'm sorry, but you've got the wrong bathtub." To me, that's lovely. Anyhow, things are very tough with the Baron. He was a $1-a-year man during the war, and he's trying to get his old job back, you see. So he finds looking for work. He gets a job as a grass straightener.
Grass straightener.
A grass straightener. In the park, you know. His job is to straighten the grass after a couple have been sitting on it. You know? So he meets his sweetheart. She once won a beauty contest.
Oh.
She was Miss Frankenstein of 1928. Oh, lovely girl. She's a very, very strong girl. She is so strong that she knits iron fences with crowbars. To me, that description is ideal.
She's strong.
Yes. She's also a laundress, you see, and it's New Year's Eve. And the hero finds her ringing out the old and ringing in the new. Well, he takes her in the house. They sit in a dark room, Graham.
Yes?
They are trying to develop the film on their teeth. Wait a minute, wait.
Steve, tell the rest of the story. I can't wait.
I'm not laughing. I've got a cold, you know.
I know.
I drank out of a damn glass. Well, anyhow, listen. It seems that the hero brought his sweetheart one rose.
Yeah.
He is saying it was flowers, but he stutters. Well, anyhow, when the sweetheart sees one rose, she sneered. She sneered right back at the hero. She sneered so hard she wrenched her eyebrows. No! The hero says, "I can't get a rise out of you anymore, but I love you each the same." He says, "What's the matter, dear? You don't seem your sweet self tonight." And she said, "Well, I can't sleep at night." Well, he said, "If you can't sleep when you get in bed tonight, why don't you count sheep?"
Why didn't he?
Wait. She said, "That's why I can't sleep. I live right next to the stockyard." Play that, dog. Now, the second act, Graham,
Yeah.
the second act shows the Baron working in a sausage factory.
That's right.
The boss of the factory in it, and a snowstorm is raging. He says to the Baron, he says, you're not turning out much sausage today. And the Baron says, I wouldn't turn out a dog on a day like this. No! The hero returns home to his little grapefruit. That's what he calls his wife. He calls her grapefruit. Because every time he squeezes her, she hits him in the eye, you see. Anyhow, his wife was 1 woman in 100, Graham.
Yeah?
The trouble is that she found it out, you see. So on the Baron's return home, the wife says, Where have you been so long? And he said, well, I'll tell you. A Polish friend of mine died, and I went to the cemetery to see a pole vault. This, of course, this makes the wife so angry she starts to fizz. You know when you get angry how you fizz?
Sure.
And she says, where would you be if professing for me? Oh, my goodness. That was a good one, Graham.
Yeah.
That took me 7 hours to wake that one up. Anyhow, in her hand, the wife had the bottle of cod liver oil. And her hand is shaking terribly. And he said, you must learn to control your emotions. Some of these make me hysterical. All right. No! She says, I never want to see you again. I know you like someone else. I never thought the eternal triangle would enter our lives. He said, what do you mean? And she said, don't you know what an eternal triangle is? And the Baron says, yes. That's what Mahatma Gandhi wears. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Come on. Well, wait now. Don't hurry me.
Tell me that story.
This is too good. Now, wait a minute. So the wife said, you wouldn't talk like that unless you had been drinking. And he says, I don't drink as much as I used to. Lately, all I see are little garter snakes. Well, you see, she has him arrested. And the couple keeps fighting even in the court. And the judge, he goes, my goodness. He says, order in the court. He should. And the Baron says, I'll take a beer. The judge says it looks as if... you two have come to the parting of the ways. What are you going to do about it? What do you think he says? I don't know. The Baron says, well, if we are at the parting of the ways, let's open up a filling station. Play that. Well, we'll save a little light, Bill, anyhow. The third act, Graham. The third act finds the Baron in Switzerland. Mm-hmm. Here is really a most interesting act. He is lost on the mountains in Switzerland in a snowstorm, Graham. Yeah. One of the famous St. Bernard dogs. You've seen pictures of them, you know. Yeah. Well, this dog finds him, and the dog has a small barrel of whiskey tied on his neck. You've seen those pictures.
That was nice.
Well, the Baron sees him, and he sends the dog back for some ginger ale and ice. Well, anyhow, his experience in the mountains had softened the Baron, and he now has a swiftful look. Well, he sees the house, and he asks for something to eat. The housekeeper says, here is some lovely Swiss mountain cheese. Out yourself, she says. I said Alf. I didn't say help. Oh, I thought you corrected it. No! He returns home. Yeah. He said to an old friend, when I left, my wife and I, we were at loggerheads. And the friend said, well, I think she still lives there. So the Baron rushes down to Loggerheads, New Jersey. His wife meets him and says, at last, you have come home. The baby has been walking for 5 months. The Baron says, walking for 5 months? My goodness. Where was he walking from? That night, the baby yells out 3 times. The father says, once born, and it'll be 4 balls, and I'll walk. Wait, that's just a play on words. So the wife says, well, if you pick on that child, I'll tweak your nose. The Baron says, oh, you're up to your old tweaks again, are you? And the wife says, you brute. And the Baron said, that child looks like a little street gammon to me. The wife says, how dare you call him a gammon? Take back that gammon. And the baby says, oh, Mom and Papa are playing backgammon. The wife says, don't you like the baby's almond eyes? And the father says, yes, I think they're the nuts. No! Years passed, and the Baron is now very wealthy. He made his money manufacturing raspberry preserves. He buys a shooting lodge in Scotland with a lot of money, you know. One night they are playing bridge, and the Baron, Graham, the Baron dies at the bridge table. And they bury him with simple honor. Well, when they read the Baron's will, what do you think the will says?
What does it say, Chief?
The will says, I have raspberry preserves in America and shooting preserves in Scotland. To my son I leave the shooting preserves, and to my wife I give the raspberry. Play that.
Chief, at this time of year, all nature prepares for the colder weather to come.
Oh, you don't have to tell me that, Graham.
No?
Even the chicken up my farm's preparing for the cold weather.
How?
Well, I don't know. Yesterday, I found one of my chickens laying in a supply of coal.
Oh, I see.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's not it, though, Chief.
What?
This is what I'm getting at.
What's that?
From now on, summer-worn oil in crankcase is dangerous.
Yes.
The colder days require a different grade of motor oil.
Yes.
The summer grade should be drained off and the crankcase refilled with the correct grade of crack-proof Texaco.
Yes.
The golden oil that flows at 0.
Still again.
It keeps the motor from running down.
Yes.
It's the same as a human being, Chief. What's the first thing you would do if you were run down?
Oh, if I was run down, Graham, the first thing I'd do would be try to get the car's license number.
No, I don't mean that, Chief, at all.
Well, that's what you asked me, Graham.
No, I mean that any machine must be prepared for colder weather.
Oh.
Fire Chief gasoline is good in all kinds of weather.
Yes.
But the oil should be changed in cold weather from the mighty high-powered automobile to the lowly washing machine.
Now, I'm going to stop you, Graham. I'm glad you said washing machine.
Well, go ahead. What is it?
Let's have Don play the famous washwoman song.
What is it?
I'm ashamed of this, but...
Go ahead, tell him.
The washwoman song, the title of it is The Slip in the Dip.
Papa Nola, you can learn it at a glance. Let's go, digging high, digging low, housing care and woe. Advance, come everybody strike up, from fancy every land. Papa Nola, that means everybody dance.
Well, now, Chief,
Yeah?
we've got a lot of letters here, so we just might as well get to them, get some answers.
All right.
Here's one from Covington, Kentucky.
Yeah?
Dear Chief, last night my wife became the mother of a 7-pound baby girl. I paced up and down the hospital corridors for hours. Do you think there's anything worse than the suspense I went through last night? Signed, Proud Papa.
Oh, isn't that silly? Dear proud Papa, I agree with you in a way. You sure must have suffered. But you should be glad the baby is a girl and not a boy. So she will never suffer like you did last night.
Chief, I want you to listen to this.
I'd love to hear it, man.
Will you come over and listen?
Yes, sir.
Here's the one from Hatboro, Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah.
Dear Chief, we have just moved into a new apartment. It has a breakfast nook in the kitchen, but every time I try to get into it, I upset the table. Can you tell me the best way to get into a breakfast nook? Signed, Commuter.
Dear commuter, the best way to get into a breakfast nook is to first walk past it, then back into it, the same as parking a car.
Here's one from Camden, New Jersey. Dear Chief, all the papers say the slump is over. Do you think the Depression is arrested? Signed, Hoping.
Dear Hoping, yes, the Depression is arrested. It was arrested in 1929, and it's done 3 years already.
Here, look at this. Here's one from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Oh,
Yeah.
Pittsburgh. I'm playing my show there next week, Graham.
We'll all be with you.
I know you're coming up there. I'm
Dear
glad.
Chief, I hurt one of my floating ribs last week.
Oh.
I have an accident policy, but the insurance company won't pay me any money.
I see.
What do you make out of that? Signed, Compensation.
Dear compensation, you had the wrong kind of insurance. You say you had accident and said... How do you say that, Graham?
It's the other way.
Accident. There's 2 C's here instead of an L. It says, according to your letter here, compensation, it says that you had accident insurance. That your trouble is floating insurance. That is to say, you've had a floating rib. You should have marine insurance. That's what I'm getting at.
Well, here's one from San Diego, California.
San Diego! That's where the International Fire Chiefs are holding the convention tonight. I should be there. Goodness.
Dear Chief,
Yes.
our 3-year-old baby swallowed a penny and 2 dimes. My husband is out of work, and he says he can't afford a doctor. And he keeps feeding the baby yeast. What do you make out of that? Signed, Worried Mother.
Dear worried mother, as the baby swallowed 3 coins, and as your husband is out of work, he gave the baby yeast to try and raise some money.
Strike up the fancy every land. Papa Nola, that means everybody dance.
Each week, the Texas Company presents over a coast-to-coast network Ed Wynn, the Fire Chief, supported by a cast of more than 50 artists, including Don Voorhees, the Fire Chief Quartet, and Graham McNamee. Louis A. Whitten, speaking for the Texas Company, extends its invitation for next Tuesday at the same hour. Again, speaking for the Texas Company, I wish to take this opportunity to remind all car owners that now is the time to change to winter-grade motor oil. When your serviceman asks permission to drain off summer-worn oil, say yes. Then he can perform a real service, provide you with the correct grade of motor oil that will properly protect your car during the colder weather to come. Whenever you hear the siren and bell, think of Texaco Fire Chief gasoline. This is the National Broadcasting Company. WEAF, New York.